So I skipped videotape or recording getting Brynjolf top Jolf or however you say his name. Getting him to recognize my thieving proved impossible, so I used a console command to skip that part.
I'm really not in the mood.
Prepare to be outwitted. Or at least taught.
Good. What? No. Tell me what you desire. Beauty or hideous deformity?
Yes. Just do whatever it takes. But please,
Yeah?
don't chop my head off.
Don't move. I have no... Whatever you're selling, I'm not buying.
Its footsteps are like thunder, scaring the dust and making the floor scream for mercy. Knives already knows the visitor is not a cat.
Yes. Now get out of my way.
It develops bad habits, being noisy one day and quiet the next. Knives thinks it is best to always walk softly, so that stealth is as natural as breath. It is not a Khajiit, so it depends on its eyes. It can only see what's in front, but knives here.
Yes.
20 paces to the east, the thief scratches his ears. 50 paces further, a beggar sighs and counts his coin. 2 stories above, a couple says their vows, while underneath in the catacomb, a widow weeps for her husband. The cat hears, the mind knows, minutes before anything is seen. Its eyes can only see the past, but Knives' ears know the future.
Very well. Now, don't move.
Until next time, make it quick.
Thank you for your custom. Now
Knives steals for the guild and carves those shadow marks in the doors that have none. On some occasions, he will even cook. Usually, Knives saves his talents for special meals, like when an enterprising thief steals a vintage wine or a barrel of imported delicacies. In fact, Knives' fondest memory is the day a disgruntled fisherman sold to Nelia a crate of fresh meringar. 'Tis a rare fish that inhabits the Sea of Ghosts, a week's voyage from the coast. Knives prepared the fillet with chives, parsley, and a drop of lemon, and served it with a side of fresh tomatoes. The walls of the sewer drank in that aroma for weeks. Not a single complaint could be heard in the flagon. Even Nirn managed to keep his mouth silent. That was a good time to be Knives.
What's wrong with my face? I'm just
True,
trying to get a drink and
they say the
relax.
Khajiit are born into the guild.
Very well.
Knives
Tell me
thinks he
what
was
you desire.
born an assassin, raised a
hideous
prowler,
deformity.
and adopted by
Nothing
thieves.
is beyond my skill.
What I desire
Knives
is
was
really
the last of a litter of
I wanna keep my
3
face
and
just as it
slew
is.
the
Thank you
one
very
who
much.
gave birth to him.
I studied with
From
the
that
faculty of
day,
chirurgeons
his
and
fur
Valgrind,
was marked with
walked
blood.
with the hollow-faced men of Notahogra for 3 years.
Many would say the same,
I don't
if
really
not
care
for
who
the
you
mane
studied
on
with
his back.
or walked with.
It runs
You're
crimson,
not getting your
while
hands
his
on my face.
father's wear grey.
If you ever
It was an
replace
ill
the little
omen,
rags,
and Knives' father was a superstitious
Oh, what now?
cat. The very sight of this one threw him into a rage.
you're outfit is something
On those nights, he would wander the village sands, waiting for the new sun to warm them.
My clothes?
He was drawn to the back alleys and the aroma of the moon. If he was tired or hungry, he wormed his way through the crowd outside the Sovngarde, picking the pockets of those who had one too many.
Leave me alone.
Only one night, he picked the wrong pocket. It belonged to a servant of cities. Yes, he convinced Knives he was right side up, when in truth he was upside down. Knives did not know this, because the cat always landed on his feet. To heed the call of the Black Sacrament, and to young Knives, taking a life was no different than stealing a coin. Young Knives was eager to please his mentor, so he killed without remorse. He would have kept killing if Razir paid him what he was worth. Some say Knives should not have betrayed Razir, but it was Knives who was betrayed first. But why kill him? Well, it was easier for Knives to murder his mentor than to tell him no. Razir told this one he was an assassin of the Dark Brotherhood, a remnant of the Corinthi Sanctuary in Elsweyr. The sanctuary had been shut down by the Black Hand, and without a guild or disciple, he said he wished to pass on his knowledge. He taught this Khajiit the tools of the trade, mostly how to listen, how to find a single sound in a cacophony of noise. A whisper in a tavern, a rattle of a coin purse, a footstep in a crowd. So much information in a single step. The step conveyed where a person was, where he was headed, and how anxious he was to get there. Yet it was not all Knives was taught. Razir showed this Khajiit how to read, how to charm, and even how to cook. Yes, there are people in life who will do everything to help one succeed, and those who will use him for their own success. It turns out, these people look exactly the same. Knives did not part from his childhood on good terms, and was forced to flee. Senchal, to the south, promised good loot, but the Tenmar forest is unforgiving to those who are not seasoned warriors. So he went north, roaming the savannas and playing the role of common burglar. North he continued to travel, a stranger in strange lands. He had followed the water until he reached the Imperial City. There, something on your mind? That was when Bandar smiled upon him and granted him another path. Knives found a book labeled Shadow Marks, and it made promises of easy loot. The Grey Fox worked in Cyrodiil, did he not? Are their door frames not made of stone? Thieves carve these marks on the door frames of homes and buildings to tell others what lies behind them, whether it be danger, loot, or offense. Knives' ears can tell them the future, but they cannot hear the past. These shadow marks, they tell him a bit of both.
I may just take you up on that one day.
Not so, for a true thief attracts no attention. Knives sought out Delvin and used the shadow marks to guide him. There was one mark of great interest to Knives. 2 circles intersecting a diamond. The mark of the protected. Knives found such a mark on the barrel of a house near Solitude. It belonged to a thane named Erikul. A thane of such importance would have valuables locked in a safe, along with documents that tied him to certain parties.
Now get out of my way.
It was a good omen. While Locks asked Knives to listen to the dance of tumblers to convince a safe to open, he need only listen for its heartbeat. In fact, Knives was almost out the door when his legs felt heavy as bricks. His toes tingled, and soon they lost all feeling. It seems both his ankles had been struck by an ice spike from Erica's personal wizard. The wizard called the guards and woke the thane. There had been reports of a thief in the area, and the guards speculated Knives was the culprit.
Now get out of my way.
Knives did not protest. He simply recommended that the thane first check the contents of the safe before making such a hasty decision. He glanced curiously at the wizard before rushing back upstairs. When he returned, he screamed at the guards to let Knives free. "This Khajiit is my honored guest," he railed. "And if you so much as damage even a whisker, I will have every single one of your heads." The guards released Knives and left the residence, shaking their heads. The wizard, confused, turned to his master. "I thought the safe was emptied yesterday," he said, "to help pay for last night's fete." "Not anymore," the thane replied, tossing a gem to the wizard, "for our guest has been kind enough to fill it." Farewell.
Veckel doesn't like strangers snooping around the flagon. You better not make trouble. Maul? Yeah. That jerk works for Maven Blackbriar now. Left me down here watching this garbage heap. I guess he's better at all that talking stuff anyway. I'd just mess everything up. They call me Dirge because I'm the last thing you hear before they put you in the ground. Why? You think it's funny or something? Oh yeah? I think so too. You're pretty smart. Hey, here. Have one on the house. Until next time.
Got a lot of nerve coming down here. People tend to get hurt in the rat way. If I were you, I wouldn't stay here for long. I don't know you, so we've got nothing to talk about. How about you finish the job Brynjolf gave you? Then we can talk. Mm-hmm.
Whatever you're selling, I'm not buying.
Huh. I suppose I can work with your face. After all, the sculptor cannot always choose the finest clay. I assumed you were here to see me about your face, to have it sculpted into something more artful than nature has bestowed upon you. So, are you here as a client? Shall I remake your face? I have not always been a ragged beggar. I learned my art from the masters of the art of flesh sculpture. I studied with the faculty of chirurgeons and Cloudrest. I walked with the hollow-faced men of Notahogra for 3 years. I count the nobility of both the Empire and the Dominion among my clients. And yet, I have fallen so low that I must justify myself to a wanderer in the sewers of this backwater of the world. Change it. I can remake your face, if that's what you desire. I do not practice my art for free, however. I doubt you can afford my services. You have the smell of the vagabond about you. Indeed, it is no small thing to submit yourself to the flesh sculptor's knife. All right then.
Have you considered training your verbal finesse? A well-timed retort can be mightier than a sword.
Yeah? Look, if I were you, I'd proceed carefully. Get arrested in Whiterun, and you'll be tossed right into the prisons. But thanks to Maven Blackbriar, we still have some pull in Riften. Crossing Maven is one of the first things you learn not to do when you're down here.
come. Bye.
right behind you. I am at your command. Do let me know if I can be of service.
Win this!
I guess I can include the Annihilation records.
Still here. Yes, my Thane?
Just give up!
I am sworn to carry your burdens.
Ow!
Well now, aren't you? I don't kill because I like to. I kill because I love to. You won't be stopping the Dragonborn. Not while I breathe. I don't kill because I like to. I kill because I love to. Just in pieces. It'll be easier for the skeevers to clean up your mess.
Inkpot, stone, bucket, book, knife.
Come here, come here, come here, come here!
Go away, go away, go away! Please don't kill me!
Is someone there?
I finally understand what it all means. What it was all for. The killing. And the dying.
I have a present for you. A nice, shiny present.
Hello? Who's there?
Yes, yes, closer. I won't bite. Promise. Ah, so tender. Come here, you juicy morsel. I'm gonna eat well tonight, my darling.
5D, 20. Oh, forget it. I need a moment here.
Why do you disturb me, mortal? I've nothing to discuss with you. I am Dagrilon, the greatest and most powerful mage who ever lived. But that was then. I live no more. Your ears betray you, worm, just as your eyes are deceived by my shadow. Death claims my body, and it hungers for my mind. No, worm, I did not. To call me a mage is to call the Direni Tower a fortress, and the Red Year a fire. It is a testament to my prowess that I exist on the mortal plane, even as my body decays in death's hollow embrace. Curb your tongue, fool. I have wandered Tamriel for over half a millennium, and silenced thousands of impudent voices with a single flame.
Inkpot, no.
Like a fish scuttling on land, you flap your gills, your feeble mind attempting to grasp what is beyond your comprehension. Lichdom is a fool's bargain, for necromancers content spending eternity as skinless wraiths. With a sleight of hand, they control their corpse like an avatar, as their souls are bound to phylacteries. I did not prescribe to such cheap necromancer tricks. I sought the path to true immortality through the techniques developed by the Sijic monks. The Sijics could send their voices across great distances, their voices manifesting as living ghosts in the ether of conjured space. It is even said that the Sijics could disrupt the flow of time, moving freely in the infinitesimal space between this world and the void. I succeeded in achieving the opposite, to have my body held in stasis as time flowed around me. It appears your meager mind cannot think more than a step ahead. However, unlike the eternal prison of a soul gem, I could return to the mortal coil. If one spent merely an hour of each day on the mortal plane, a lifespan could be extended to 2,400 years. As of this moment, my body would still be pristine, if not for the dissidence of my servants. The spell surrounded my body in a cocoon of lost time, at which point I would be invulnerable from all outside influence as time passed around me. However, in the instant I returned to the mortal plane, my body would be at its most vulnerable, as the soul sought to gain control of its faculties. The assailant knew this, but the fool was careless. The blow was struck as most of my soul remained in the void, and my body had yet to return to time. When the spell was interrupted, my body became trapped in slowed time. As such, it took 50 years for my soul to regain consciousness. It took 100 years for the dagger's wound to bleed out of my neck, 200 years before I could conjure movement beyond the slow of time. Yet, 2 centuries later, my body still continues to wait for a spell that will never finish and a time that will never resume its normal pace. Of my servants, there were 3 whom I trusted with guarding my body during the transfer. Fane the illusionist, Marius the warlock, and the cleric Irulen, who herself left the Sijic order to serve my will. Together they were powerful, but on their own they were nothing more than worthless sycophants. Such was the reasoning behind their selection. Yet only one managed to betray my will, and kill the others in the process. Your insinuation is foolish, mortal. I suspected her most of all, but not until the spell could rid itself of its limitations. For her service was not bound out of some maudlin sense of loyalty. Irulen served me because she sought the boon of immortality. It is avarice that bent her to my will. So I ask you, mortal, does one devote their entire life to a singular purpose, only to abandon it for chivalry at the moment it is within her grasp?
Ink pot, stone, bucket, book.
Your
knife.
pitiful mind clings to beginnings and ends, when it is decay that I find abhorrent. Metal rusting, wood withering, skin rotting. This disease of time is what I aimed to rectify. Even now, as you stand here before me, mortal, the sweat pours from your body. The water trickles from the ceiling, cutting away the stone at your feet. The mold grows in the shadows, poisoning the air with its toxic spores. It matters not if the subject is a great man, a majestic palace, or a shrine to the gods. Decay will claim them all. Foolish thoughts hissed from a tongue that knows only youth. In time, mortal, you will look upon your reflection and see nothing more unnatural. There are some who say immortality is found in one's legacy. The blacksmith lives in every soldier who kills with his tools, every sword that twists in the belly of a man wrenching in pain. The writer's soul lives in the pages of a book, his words echoing to the unborn across eons of time. The mage's soul lives in his acolytes, and the dread in their enemies' faces as they squint through walls of fire. It is a lie, nothing more than the decay of the mind, making one last attempt to circumvent its inevitable demise. You ask for my strength, pitiful mortal, yet for what purpose do you wish to wield it? You are weak, worm, and your Thum makes you no more than a mouse with a kitten's claws. I will concede, however, that the strings of fate wrap around your wrists, although it remains to be seen whether you pull them or they pull you. Very well, ask and I will accompany you, if only to see you fail. Be gone.
No, never find me.
I don't think Lydia likes me.
Bye for now. Find out you've been bothering me. You'll be very sorry. I'm very dangerous. Don't make me come out there and hurt you. I'm not opening this door, so you might as well leave me alone. Go away! Go away!
Bucket, knife, book, ink pot, stone. No, no, no.
Is someone there?
This won't end well for you.
Death is highly overrated.
I needed a water bath, but I guess your blood will do.
I'm very dangerous. Don't make me come out there and hurt you. If my friends find out you've been bothering me, you'll be very sorry. I'm not opening this door, so you might as well leave me alone.
He'll tell you. Just ask. You don't even need to ask.
What is it, mortal?
He'll tell you anyway.
Be gone.
Bucket, knife, book, ink pot, stone. No, no, no. No, never fine.
Maybe Maven will take my pitch about selling pure, refreshing bottled water. I mean, sheep are monopolizing on something vital to living.
Ink pot, stone, bucket.